What is going on, everyone? Good morning. I am D Venom along with Feathered Friends. Thank you guys for joining us live in regard to Get You Some. And thank you guys for the 2,250 hearts. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys for having me as a level one host here on the Bean. I appreciate that as well. Um, hey, Rockweiler, thank you for entering the live chat. How are you this morning? I am good. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. Please join my fan club for special privileges. Okay, let's see. Let me join your fan club. Or is it, hold on. I'm still trying to get used to this whole Podbean thing, so I'm not sure. Hold on, let me go. Okay. I know for right now, Saint is the only person that's pretty much joined my fan club. So anyway, what are you up to this morning? Where are you from again, Rottweiler? If I'm not mistaken, I think you're in New York. Oh, hey, Lurock. Oh, okay. I'm like, who the fuck is Rottweiler? Okay. What is going on, Saint LMC? Thank you, Universe, for bringing forth all these interesting people to the room. Thank you guys this morning. Saint, I was so mad yesterday because I thought that conversation that we had was not going to be uploaded, and remember my battery was dying. I was up to 2% and I put the charger in, and all of a sudden my phone cut off while it was in the middle of processing our episode yesterday. And I'm just like, that was a good ass episode. I don't want that to, not be published. And I didn't have a chance to name it or anything, but it did get published. I think it's in the community section. So I'm glad of that because of the fact that I was able to help your brother yesterday, and I was a little teary eyed after y'all had left, and I'm just like, this is what it's all about, helping people, and hopefully saving lives and things of that particular nature. So I'm glad that I did a good deed. Okay, Rottweiler, what did you say? What do you? Okay, hold on, I'm trying to read what y'all was saying here. Okay, I'm backtracking. Okay, all right. Okay, just checking the what you guys were saying here. Okay. So what is going on with the two of you all? Now, Mr. Lurock. That's good. That's good. I don't want to dive into nobody's personal affairs, but I want y'all to be good, okay? You making that money, Lurock? Give me some, cause I just lost my damn job, so I need some of your money. You working doubles? That's what I'm talking about. That's a lot to ask. No, seriously, it's just like I got told April 1st by the company that I was working for that they no longer needing me at the high school, which I'm kind of happy. I don't want to work around a bunch of low vibrational witches that pretty much want to take their energies out on everybody else instead of dealing with them themselves. So I'm happy to be released from it. And I can start working towards my spiritual path and things of that nature. I can start working towards the jobs that align with my spiritual path is what the hell I meant to say. Oh, yes. Amen. Amen. Praise God. All that good stuff. Okay, wait a minute. You said good because I was going to drag you down the path if I had to. No, it had to be a God chosen path. I'm tired of dealing with paths that aren't leading me to um my abundance and things like that. Definitely not dealing with scallywags. I thought about that last night. I'm just like scallywags and dirty phalluses aren't doing anything for my vibrations or getting me to where I need to get to. Well, they get me to where I need to get to, but they're not getting me to where I need to get to in the spiritual sense. Just put it that way. I can't get anything out of a scallywag except some dirty nut and whatever else the case may be. And I'm just keeping it real. And that's not going to do anything but, put a damper on my vibrations and on my energies and whatever else. So I'm definitely, putting a huge hiatus in between myself and the scallywags. Sorry, scallywags, but y'all won't be getting no more of this. Find somebody else to pass y'all, dirty diseases to. I done had enough. Okay, let me see what was said in the, hold on. I'm drinking some coffee. My coffee this morning is blonde. I put a lot of more milk in it than anything, but it's okay. All right. 1 second. Let me go into the comments and read what is going on with you guys. I'm so sore from them damn penicillin shots, you guys. Oh my God. Yeah. Who killed babies? Wait, who is this? I'm like, kill babies. Somebody said something about somebody killed babies, and I'm like, wait a minute, who killed babies? I hope they weren't talking about me, because yeah. I'm trying not to kill nobody. Shit, I'm trying not to kill my own damn self. That's why the hell I went to my damn primary to get them damn series of damn penicillin shots. Shit. No, we're trying to be safe and careful, so to speak. It is. It is. It's a little on the store side, and the fact that my primary kind of tricked me, because I thought that I would be able to get it in the arm, but I'm saved already. Jesus Christ protects me always. That's a good thing, Rottweiler. Um, but yeah, to find out that I had to get 2 penicillin shots, one in both buttocks. Correct. That wasn't a joyful experience. I had so much anxiety and I was hyperventilating, and thank God I had my mask on and I didn't need the brown bag, because it controlled the breathing. But I was sweating and, I started getting hot and cold flashes from my clothes being extra, wet from the sweat. And I went through it in that doctor's office because, who want to get penicillin shots up their ass? Well, not up their ass, but, in their booty cheeks. That's not a good feeling.
Indeed. I don't know if we're talking about the shots, because it sounded like the same thing that happened before you got the shots and why you needed the shots. You were sweating about the hyperventilation.
Oh, it was too much. It was too much. I remember getting it in Vegas, and I have to commend my primary doctor's office because they were very gentle in regard to the delivery of the fluids or the penicillin versus how they did it in Vegas. I think because I was, a meth head or whatever you want to call it back then, that's how they treated me. They didn't want to, deal with people that were pretty much on drugs or whatever the case may be. And they definitely didn't want to treat me considering how they gave me the injections. It was very painful compared to, the 2 that I received yesterday. So I appreciate my primary doctor making sure that, I was okay. Okay. Wait a minute. I don't want any government drugs in my bloodline. I know. I definitely don't. Trust me, Rottweiler. I did not want these injections myself, but syphilis has very irreversible side effects. Y'all remember Al Capone, right? I forgot that he died of wait,
Syphilis, I believe.
who said, yeah, don't do meth. Just eat Oreos and get high on sugar. Right, Ronald, you need Jesus now. I'm finna pray for you. No. I was about to buy some Oreos yesterday. They were the new Oreos caramel flavored. Have you seen those?
Yes. And the other ones, oh my God.
I was going to buy those yesterday, and they were $6 and something at Circle K, and I just said nope, I'm good. I ended up just getting my lemon head slushy, and
Yeah, go get your lemon head slushy, because I bet you did.
oh yeah, I love my lemon head slushies from Circle K.
I know you so well, bro. I can tell you.
Yes, Roller, yes, it's still out there. The government is still spreading it. You know what I heard? That measles has came back around, and a couple of other diseases have came back around that have left years ago.
Smallpox is back. Smallpox is back.
Oh, I heard about that too. So it's just like, what is all these damn diseases that were allegedly cured and disposed of? Why are they coming back all of a sudden? You know, is that history repeating itself, or is that the government being, you know?
In 1985, they stopped giving the shot.
But why? Because they felt like it was cured or whatever?
No, because of the agenda they had planned. Just like how they wanted to spread AIDS and things like that. When they could stop giving shots, they left like a weird scar on their arm. They had 5 needles, you know. That was the smallpox vaccine. And by stopping giving that to everybody, they started giving them vaccines that had a lot of fluoride and things in it that gave people autism and slowed them down. They started the population control. The agenda began then. So now they have airborne rabies mixed with mpox and smallpox.
Oh, wow. I'm answering that question, Lurock. Who has birds? I have 4 and counting. I'm about to get a couple more. Now, you said I have Spanish bloodlines. What does Spanish bloodlines have to do with anything? Spanish blood kills off a lot of different things.
Hey, D.
Do
you know who was supposed to make the haterade this morning? Because they made it way too strong.
Who?
I feel like
Wait a minute, you're drifting off into the matrix. But you were drifting off into the matrix, so I didn't hear some of that.
Dad, do you know who was on making the haterade detail this morning? Because they made it way too stout. It seems like everybody's got something up their ass this morning, just in a bad mood.
I don't know. I just recently got on, so whoever's on here with No, I was going to say whoever has a bad mood, hopefully they keep it in their corner, because I definitely don't want to deal with those type of energies.
It wasn't my day to make the haterade, so I know I didn't make it too strong. I didn't know if you knew who it was.
No, I mean, I don't make haterade.
I make Kool-Aid, but sometimes
you have to make a little dose of haterade, but I don't hate anybody on here. I'm
not talking about you. I'm just saying everybody around seems to have this, just icky feeling.
Maybe that's something internally that they need to deal with, and instead of doing that, they are lashing it out on other people to deal with, and yeah.
Oh, I got you. So I need to talk to my personalities and have a great meeting, Kobe.
Yeah, I see a lot of that going on. People are afraid to deal with their own energies, and they want to push it off on other people to deal with. And I've done that a while back. And ex-friend.
I will cuss myself out real quick and be like, "You better listen to me."
Oh yeah, and we have to put our own selves in check. And, I would rather put my own self in check than have someone else do that on my behalf.
Oh, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna, that'll
Mm-mm.
make it worse. That'll make all 31 flavors of Baskin Robbins, my personalities come out.
Yeah, exactly. And I just think it's a better deal to check your own self, because when other people check you, they can be a little bit rude about it or something like that. And it's just like, let me just go ahead and check me and get me in line so that nobody else has to do that.
Facts, 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 facts. But, I just think everybody should be happy. Just let's all be happy. Let's just try it. If it don't work, we'll go back to being assholes, but let's just be happy.
Happy is the name of the game, and being highly vibrational, but I don't know. There are psychic vampires that just love to steal the energies from empathic
Energy
people.
vampires. Yes, energy vampires.
Yeah, and unfortunately, they don't know how to get their own energy. They have to steal it from people like us. And the only thing I can do is pray for those individuals that they find their own light and energy somewhere within the universe.
Yeah, pray they don't run across you on a bad day or me. Because I promise you, next person that smarts off of me, I'm just gonna take all I can. Ooh, I'm just so mad.
Where you just saw a giant scam at the supermarket. What scam? I mean, if you don't mind us knowing, shit, I may want to join that scam and get some groceries.
I don't think it's that kind of scam, but yep.
There's always something going on at the damn grocery stores.
Man, I remember back in the day when I was not a great person. Like we would go to like Home Depot and stuff, and man, I would go with some people and they would be like, all right, you walk that way and meet me, outside in about 20 minutes. And they would come out they pay $15, come out with like $6,000 worth of stuff that would be underneath the cart that they could just scan, and the weight was all they had to get right. And I was like, bro, I could never get away with that shit. And I'm talking about they would be talking to the people, laughing with them, like,
And some
crazy.
people are good at their craft. I have a cousin by the name of, I'll just say Juicy. She's a queen. And she locked up to this day for, doing shit that she don't have no business to support her drug habit. But that bitch was good at some boosting.
Hey, listen, when I used to sell, bro, I used to make a list. I used to love my boosters, man, because I have shampoo, damn deodorant, it didn't matter. Even the good perfume. So I'd be like, how you get the perfume out from behind the glass? I don't want to know your secrets. I'm just, impressed.
Oh yeah, they make it happen. Especially for that unfortunate drug money. Some people would do uh, shit. Oh my God, they would do, man. They would go, oh, man. They would do the most in order to get that damn money. And if that meant boosting, and getting exactly what you had on that list, that's what they were going to do.
I know everybody's like, it's not an addiction until you start doing it. I was like, bruh, I met so many people that is the first thing. And it's not an addiction until you kill like one of your motherfucking neighbors' dogs or kidnap them and bring it back for a reward. That's an addiction. It's just crazy. And
Right.
they didn't make innovative motherfuckers I ever met in my life. Innovative as hell.
Oh yeah, they have to make a way to survive and get their fix. And you know what I mean? I guess if I was in their shoes, I would be I would be making it happen for people too that, needed a come up in their own little way, just like I needed my own little come up. So
Yeah, that's one thing. But I'm talking about these people that could take apart like weed eaters for 4 hours and then put them motherfuckers back together and they work.
oh no, I couldn't be doing that. I think I seen a video like that on
What magic is that?
yeah, I think I seen a video like that on YouTube where this dude was just messed up on whatever he was messed up on, and he was fixing, I think, the pedal to a bicycle. And he was doing this for hours. And it was just like, what the hell? I mean, he could have fixed everybody's bicycle in the whole entire world. This person, he just did not let up on this particular piece to this bicycle. For whatever reason, I know that, it was because he was high, but still, it's just like that bicycle is fixed, or I just know that poor bicycle. That's all I can say.
I've seen them put like actual like lawnmower engines on bikes and make motorcycles. Like they are the most innovative people in the world. It is crazy. And it's always at like 3 o'clock in the morning. They're taking their microwave apart, making, transistors to talk to the grave.
I mean, some people mistaking these individuals as stupid, drug addicts, whatever else the case may be. And like you said, they're very innovative and they're very, they're genius, they're borderline geniuses to a
But they unlock
degree.
parts of their brain that we don't unlock.
And like me, for instance, when I was picking up scallywags, and I'm, here go a broken one, or here goes a somebody in need of
Yeah,
help, and
you just evil though. Like, y'all making like this
no,
like
I
a
wasn't
friendship.
evil, but just like when I was preyed upon, back in my days of being molested, or being preyed upon in other different ways, I kind of reversed that and preyed upon other people, which I should not do, but I did prey upon the weak, and that's not a good thing. That's probably why I got motherfucking syphilis. But
I mean, like,
yeah, I did take the weak for an advantage, and a lot of the times I was turned down for the sexual acts, and I did have a decent conversation with a lot of these people. There's one individual, I can't think of what they call him in the streets, but he was telling me his little situation, and he had, I think, a wife or a girlfriend. He has children. He gave up that whole entire life and sacrificed that in order to be in the streets to, I guess, spread awareness to the drug addicts and whatever the case may be. Even though they do drugs themselves, they are still spreading the word like, hey, this is not right. And kind of like what I was doing. And I commend them, but it's just like, these people are going to do what the hell they want to do. You're out here lowering your vibrations and whatever the case may be for the sake of saving these people. But at the same time, they don't give a damn what you talking about.
oh, but they'll listen. They'll
They'll
listen if you
listen.
got the
Yeah.
bag. If you got the bag, they gonna listen.
Yeah, they're going to listen if you got something, to offer or whatever. And sometimes they'll listen without having a little something to offer. But I thought that was very commendable. But it's just like, I don't think I would give up my home and my wife and my kids or whatever just to be out here with these motherfuckers that really don't, don't care about what you sacrificed and gave up. Sorry, Lurock, we're not ignoring you. Chime in at any point in time. Hell.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go.
Merry Friday.
It is Friday.
Merry Friday.
I'm happy it's Friday. I get my last little paycheck from that little raggedy ass job that I was at.
So I just seen one of the biggest scams, and I called them out on it like real quick. And I don't think they were too happy. I might be reported.
So what type of scam?
So as soon as you walk in at the front counter, there's a Save the Turtle dish, like a church dish.
Mm.
And I walked in, I'm like, don't you guys sell plastic here everywhere?
Mm.
I'm like,
And
"Don't
what
you
they
guys
had to
hang
say?
with it?" They were like, yeah, that's not nice to say.
I commend you for doing that, because sometimes we have to challenge these corporations and people that are in a certain light, that are supposed to be spreading light when they're really not.
Yeah, they weren't too happy. That's all I know.
Where'd the Saint go? Oh, she ended her call.
It's probably because I showed up.
Now, I thought that everything, I don't want to dip in y'all stuff or whatever, but I thought everything was cool.
I played the fifth.
Okay, well, I guess it's not. That sucks. Well, I guess let's get back to the turtle thing.
While I'm working double, keep my mind clear.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, what store? It's probably a Florida store.
Yeah, it's public. It was just weird, so I had to kind of call them out on.
I'm kind of glad you did. I think it's funny. I think I would have laughed right then and there as soon as you called them out, because it's just like, you're saving turtles, but yeah, that is kind of crazy. You do sell a bunch of plastic and everything. They would probably switch some things around after being busted out.
mean, that's just basically stealing, bro. Like,
Yeah, yeah. When you look at it, yes,
tell your big corporations to stop selling that shit.
that's ridiculous.
Fuck, man, because people will pay. They'll give money to save the turtles. Yeah, they'll buy the 6 can of sodas and throw the thing in the ocean. So,
Yeah, which is sad. I mean, it not only affects the turtles, but it affects the ducks and the geese and whatever other wildlife that swims in that ocean.
yeah, this is I'm gonna say it's probably like a new year, so I'm gonna come pretty strong at people now.
I like the fact that you go against the grain and challenge people. A lot of people are afraid to do that, and they're in the position by source to be strong, utilize their voices, and not be afraid. And a lot of people shun away from that because of, I guess, the fear of what people might say or whatever the case may be. And you never should not hide your voice, but you never should hinder your voice for anyone.
No, it kind of reminded me of like a dish at church.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've been in several situations like that. I grew up Baptist, and every Sunday that bowl would get passed around with that bread and that grape juice, and people would faithfully fill that bowl up with money. And I always wondered. This is another reason why I stopped going to church. I've always wondered what happens with that money aside from it going to the congregation, because the preachers and the preachers' wives be decked the hell out every Sunday. Okay. Hair be whipped, clothes be tight, the preacher's wife hats be bigger than everybody else's hats in the congregation. I mean, and the car, let's not talk about cars, not one car, but cars. So it's just like, okay, even at a young age, I kind of figured something's not right with the church.
Yeah, no, they're too corrupt, man. They just want money.
Okay, someone entered the room. Thank you for answering. Where are you from? Yeah, they do want money. A lot of people want money.
Yeah, I'm glad I've been learning stuff lately. It says, so like rich people won't go get into heaven. They can't buy their way in no matter what.
Oh, I wonder what makes them think that they could. I mean, God took the riches from a lot of people. Don't get me wrong, I haven't read the Bible from the beginning to the end, but I do. From what I have read, He has taken the riches from people that have done wrong. So, what makes them think that they're going to be able to buy their way into heaven, considering He took come on now.
Oh, people got their things twisted up nowadays. That's all I know.
Or is this a power privilege? I have so much power and money, I could just buy my way into heaven.
This is why I stay poor, so I don't have to worry about nothing.
Right. Somebody else was talking about that in the EBT office yesterday. They were talking about, when they had a bunch of money, all of the troubles and trials and tribulations that came with it. Now that they're at the EBT office signing up for food stamps and whatever else the case may be, they feel a lot more happier not having all of that money that they had. And I guess they had some successes because they were showing this person their YouTube platform, and the person was talking about, damn, that's a dope car. And I guess they, maybe they had this car, maybe they were just flexing their lifestyle. But it seemed like, they had a pretty decent lifestyle filled with abundance or whatever that they either gave up or something happened. But, they were a lot more happier not having all that money, like you just said. Are you still here, Lurock, or did you hang up? Or are you in between work? That's probably what it is. I need to reach out to Cha Cha. I've been missing my girl Cha Cha, so we can have a session on here. What are you doing? Are you busy with work, Lurock? Now, when you put that thing up there, Lurock, are you asking me to join your fan club, or are you doing this on my behalf in regard to joining my fan club? I think you've already found your soul. It's just a matter of what you
That's a
say.
that's a pod being glitch. That has nothing to do with me.
Oh, okay. So it's the Matrix game or whatever.
But apparently, I have some kind of power because it happens on everybody's show, and they're like, "What's going on with this?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I don't control this app."
I don't like that. I enjoy the platform here on Podbean, but it's just like, and I get it. There are technical issues or whatever, but there are some evil individuals, from what I understand, that like to, I don't know if it's shadow blocking, or I don't know the names that they are called in the podcasting world, but they're
Yeah,
just some haters. Just put it that way.
shadow banning. Yeah, I've been shadow banned. I've been brick banned. I've been everything.
Now, shadow banding is what? Basically, it's probably happening now, considering I don't hear you anymore.
I'm just trying to get some work done, man. I got a lot of stuff to do today. It's when your show won't show up on the live thing.
Oh, okay. So you can go live and no one would really know because, of the whole shadow banding. That's pitiful. That's look, shadow banning people. If y'all are listening to me, I'm not trying to get down on anyone, because who am I to get down on someone when I've been pretty much, yeah. But people need to learn how to find extracurricular excuse me, extracurricular. Hold on. People need to learn how to find extracurricular activities to keep their motherfucking asses occupied. Because I don't understand people that pry in other people's business. I don't understand people that shadow ban people. I don't understand people that don't have anything else better to do aside from try and bring low vibrational energies into other people's lives because they don't have a life. I don't understand that. It's easy to get a life. It's really simple. Just find some things to do to keep you occupied, and therefore you won't be in nobody else's life, because like me, for instance. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are people's lives that I have an interest in or whatever, but I'm not overstepping my boundaries to be in their business. My interest is not that motherfucking strong. You don't interest me that motherfucking much to where I'm going to be all up in your business like that. But there are people that just don't have a fucking life that do shit like that. And I'm not saying the people on the podcasting world that do the shadow banning or whatever don't have lives. That is their life. You know what I'm saying? Shadow banning people that are I guess a different light than what they are. And that's fine. We all have our own light within this universe, but some light just shines brighter than others. And that is perfectly fine. Get out there and find your motherfucking light and have it shine. Don't try to dim nobody else's shine because your shit is dim. Now, there was a third party in here. Let me see. Let me check this person out. Lanham or whatever. Let me look and see. Oh, they have 0 followers, 0 following. Not that that's not a big problem, but still, okay, Rob Raleigh, your call has ended. He had a lot to do. Okay. But he did say, I don't promote anything but price. I don't fake anything for attention. And I appreciate that, because there are a lot of people in the podcasting world. There are a lot of people in the social media world and, on Instagram and shit like that pretend their lives. They are, living in Airbnbs. They're not living in their own home. They are driving rental cars. They're not driving their own shit. They're probably renting clothes and jewelry and some of everything else just to fool you individuals. Even rappers and shit don't stuff their real lives. They are renting properties and, jewelry and some of every motherfucking thing else, just to put out there in the world that they have this particular lifestyle when they really don't. Thank you for coming back. Oh, his call just ended again. Rod Roller has a lot going on. He's working a double. So, if he's in and out, that's understandable. But I don't want that type of life for myself. I don't want to be a fake person. I try to be as real as I possibly can. The only time that I feel like I lied to you guys is when I kept that secret in regard to my drug addiction. I didn't want no one to know that I was still struggling with methamphetamine and whatever the case may be and making irrational decisions for myself and all of that shit. But, I came clean with you guys via an episode and via live chat. And I told y'all the truth. And that truth had me open up to my mom. I told her that I unfortunately relapsed and whatever the case may be. And I feel good. I feel empowered. Shit, I'm glad that other people made the mistake. I'm glad, how can I say it? I'm glad the actions of others sobered my ass up. Just put it that way. Had the actions of others not sober me up, I would still be making the same foolish ass motherfucking mistakes that I did when my mind, body, and spirit was clouded with methamphetamine. Now that it's not, I can see clearer now. The rain is gone. And I know that was ugly, but life is a lot better when you can see clear, when you can sense clear, when you, when the veil has been lifted and things have been revealed to you via the universe. I don't give a fuck what the fuck a human being has to tell me when the universe is telling me something. Baby, it's time to listen up and it's time to take heed in regard to people, places, and things and whatever else the case may be. Your surroundings, whatever else the case may be. Intuition does not play. If we ignore it, that's our problem. But this is a God-given gift in regard to intuition. And I was watching video. As a matter of fact, I have to give y'all hidden gems. I have so many hidden gems for you guys. And I need to give those up. But anyway, I was watching so many videos in regard to chosen ones and things of that particular nature on YouTube. And boy, there's some information out there in regard to the chosen. It's only a handful of us, and y'all need to listen to this information. It's really good. It's really juicy, and I didn't know that source was so. I don't want to use the word anal. I just did not realize that he was so protective in regard to his chosen ones. And I see why, because we were chosen for a reason. And of course, he's not going to let anything come, any harm come our way. Our path in regard to what source has put us out in the world to do is already protected. It's been protected. That's what comes with the contract, protection. So, we don't have anything to fear, in regard to, the evil spirits and, whatever else that people may cast upon us. We have nothing to fear, whatever people put on us, they get back twice fold in the form of karma. So, never fear, my people that are chosen. We're attacked, unfortunately, because we are different and because we are chosen and because we are, sources people. And, that's just pretty much it. Other people can sense that. And, a lot of energies don't like it. That's not our problem. Our problem is to continue to walk our spiritual path, get to where we have to get to so that we can save not only our own lives, but the lives of others. And speaking of lives, you guys, I want y'all to check out yesterday's episode. Well, yesterday's live conversation between myself, Saint LMC, Saint LMC's baby brother, and yeah, we had a damn good conversation in regard to being spied upon, white lights that enter your motherfucking apartment that, come from other places. We just talked about a lot of spiritual things. And not to give too much away, but I believe the brother was going through some situations to where they felt a bit suicidal. Now, suicide runs in the African American community, but it's more prone in, the Caucasian, communities. But I don't know what the situation is or was or whatever the case may be, but I do know that Saint called me on a couple of occasions, but I was out taking care of some things, so I really couldn't be on the phone. But eventually we did get a chance to go live and, we had a conversation and I spoke to the brother on several of occasions and, we actually exchanged phone numbers and, Saint, I think Saint was, maybe, I don't want to over exaggerate anything, but I do think before both of our phones batteries ended up dying. Saint thanked me, for basically saving, her brother's life. And I think that's Saint was very tearfully thanking me in regard to that. And I got tearful, after she hung up. And I'm just like, this is what it's all about, saving people's lives and or helping saving people's lives. Thanks for coming back, Saint. I wish that you and Mr. Man would get y'all shit together because y'all making me mad. But I get it. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Okay.
What are you talking about?
No, I was talking about you and Mr. Rock.
Right, but what's going on?
Oh no, I thought the job was still, not how can I say it? Not at ends with each other, but I mean, it's just like I thought he was coming out there or whatever the case may be. Y'all were going to be together and be happy or whatever the case may be, but I don't know. Maybe it's just some business that I shouldn't be, trying to step
Remember, I
into.
told you he told me he was gonna come down here and decide not to. I have no hard feelings, so I'm not gonna be rude to him.
Yeah, I get that.
Look, I love everybody. It's all good.
All
Do you
right.
think that's the first time that somebody's used me? I'm easily manipulated because I'm so genuine and innocent.
I mean,
happens.
I can be, a bit gullible myself at times, so I get it.
Especially when you want something that bad, you know what I mean? Like you're excited about it, you're telling people about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And then other people are looking like, when it all,
And then you look like an idiot to everybody else.
right, when it all fails and everything, but it's
See, what
just
had
like,
happened was,
well, people should know that, it had nothing to do with you because you were doing everything on your end to get, everything comfortable for the arrival. And unfortunately, it didn't happen like that. So,
right, but I mean, like, he could have told me when he made the decision that he wasn't going to come. That's my only thing. That I felt like we were better than that, like if he ain't gonna come, he really
yeah. Because other plans and preparations could have been made for, other things. And yeah, I get that.
Well, yeah, now I'm really bad broke. Like, I can't even get cigarettes and stuff right now because I paid all the bills myself and had everything cleaned up and worked out and cleaned out and set up for him and his mom. And I think his mom's racist, bro, for real, because she does not like me, and I even tried to learn Spanish for her. And I tried to love her because I wanted a mom. I never had a mom, and I was just very caught off guard with the fact that they're even getting sued because they're not leaving that house.
Well, the way I look at it, Source has, I'm not saying like Lou is not a good intention, but maybe he has better intentions in regard to a mate for, you and probably for Lurock as well. Maybe the things that we think are good
She
for.
claimed she added.
Hmm. I didn't hear that because you can. I suppose you dipped off into the Matrix.
Hey.
I can hear you.
Okay. I gotta go put shoes on. Huh? I gotta put shoes on.
Are you talking to me or someone else?
No,
Oh, okay. My brother don't have a job and all that stuff and everything's going through. I know. My dad takes some shopping this morning. Oh, really? Yeah. I don't even have food in my refrigerator. Yeah. So what does your brother like to do for work? Because it's just like you're 20-something years old. Yeah, he's been door dashing, but 3 times a day, and I keep trying to tell him, and I protect him and look over him and look out for him and stuff, but now I don't know, man. I'm sorry. You can only do so much, you know what I mean, until, my whole thing is, we put so much energy into other people's affairs, and then when we need that energy in return, it's just like, where is it? You know what I mean? After I done poured all my energy out into your affairs. So it's just like, there has to be an equal balance, and it's just like, I can't keep you afloat. I can keep you afloat, but I can't keep you afloat because I have so much other things that I have to do with my energy. Exactly. And it's like people don't realize how bad I'm drowning here, and I'm still care more about other people. But I wouldn't be in this situation had Lou told me ahead of time. I wouldn't have paid all that money. Yeah. So now it's a matter of trying to reimburse your own self for the money that you done already spent. And I can't. Like I'm in a checkmate here. Like I have no food, nothing, and my dad ain't gonna help me. And I don't know. I'll be alright though, cause I ain't died yet, and I've been struggling and surviving since I got here. Oh yeah, he meaning Source isn't going to put too much on us that we can't handle, so he know that you can handle what you're going through right now. So I always correct people with that. He will, but he'll go through it with you. But that don't, but like, it don't mean he ain't gonna be like, man, I wish I had a sandwich too. Right. Yeah, that's what I love about God. Because he's so real like that. He's like, look, we might be hungry, but we're going to be hungry together. I like that. I like that in him, and I like that in people, because I've been I put myself in situations where, I wasn't homeless, but I'm not going to say I lowered my standards, but I just became that person, and I became their environment, and I didn't come back to my place, and I stayed in the streets with, those individuals. They're human and whatever the case may be, and I slept on the ground and all of that stuff right alongside with them. Yeah, so. I don't call myself. I follow Christ, but I don't call myself a Christian, man. Okay. You know what I mean? I can. You're the Matrix girl. I heard something about you. I was talking to my dad. Oh. Your hair looks great, Dad. And then got haircuts, went to Hobby Lobby. What? You got food with your hair. So your dad's there with you now? No, he lives at my grandmother's. Oh, okay. He wanted to give me a Christian flag. I do not rock that name. But you see, he said, who? Christian who?
He tried to give me a big Christian flag. It shows
Oh,
you're a
okay.
Christian. I said, well, it needs to show somebody else's because I don't. No, I'm not. I follow Christ, but no, Christians, they want to condemn, kill, and start a whole bunch of junk. That's not me.
Right, right.
No, I don't go to them buildings. I don't go to them churches. I have my own church. I have tattoos and scars and stories, and I done been through some junk, and I relate more to people that have been turned away from the churches. And he
I
knows
think I
his
turned
God.
my own stuff away from it. Myself and I think it was Lurock. We're talking about some church stuff, and I think I grew up Baptist, and there were very, very every Sunday that
Firebrand, dog, you're gonna burn.
no, every Sunday they passed around that bowl in order to
Oh,
collect the money, and then they will
yeah,
pass around the grape
the
juice and the
money.
crackers.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't like communion either, but I do pass out food at outside of the church every second Saturday of the month because it's like a soup, not like a soup kitchen, but a food pantry. I do that, but I don't have to go in that building to do that. And I don't think that people understand how much the church has been influenced. Like my dad, like, he's the minister of music. He is the literal one that's teaching the youth. He doesn't live a Christian life.
Hmm.
And it's been so infiltrated, you know what I mean? And like you said, the money, and then the tithes, and then making you feel bad if you can't pay. It's like, are you kidding me? Tithes are not money. Tithes are helping out your fellow man, you know?
Now that's interesting.
See, that's because I know the real Jesus. Like I told you, it sucks how I met him. I'm glad I did. And he gets mad about that. And he's always saying churches are supposed to look like a hospital, a place for the sick and the weak and the broken. And I'm like, I know it's not my fault.
I mean, I don't know. I just think the church, if it were structured a little bit better than what it is, and people weren't so greedy, and even sex is involved with the church. You know what I'm saying? That first lady getting passed around. Trust me. There's a lot molestation. There's a lot that goes on in the church that people don't want to talk about.
Yes. And because I've had divorce, I never
You
wanted
never
to
hear
be
about the
divorced.
girls getting molested. You always hear about the boys being molested.
But I can tell you that does happen though. It's just more of the choir boys and stuff in the Catholicism, Catholic churches, but like Baptist, like me and you were talking about. What it was is it was brainwashing, like think about it, you got to be voted in by the members. You got to drink the communion and eat of my body and drink of my blood and stuff. That is a religion ritual. That's not what Jesus wanted. That's not what he wanted. He said, 2 or more gather in my name, I'll be present. That means as long as you're spreading the gospel, not in those buildings, and just in those buildings, and just the people you think deserve to hear it, that dress nice, that don't have tattoos, that fits your criteria.
Mm.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Like the only female friend I ever had, I call my best friend. She's dead because of that church my dad goes to. She asked, could she do something with the youth because she had been off methadone, got off opiates, and was clean for 2 years, but she had purple hair, cute as could be, and some nose piercings and tattoos. And the preacher said no. And a month later, she overdosed. So,
Yeah, she was that. I guess I don't want to put it.
it's like,
I guess she was
if the
just that
church is going to
heartbroken
turn
that
me, if the
yeah.
church is going to turn me away too, then I must be that worthless. That's what she felt like.
The church turned me away in Vegas on several of occasions when I was going through methamphetamine psychosis. They didn't open up their doors. They looked at me like I was demonic and all type of stuff. And I get it because I was a totally different person. But yeah, I thought the church was supposed to open up.
It's a fungus. It's a fungus. The real stuff is a fungus. You know that.
Yeah.
And it grows, and it does form a demon inside of you. But at the same time, that's did Jesus turn away from the leopards? No. Did he heal the man that had legion in him? Yes. And, when I learned exorcisms and I learned how to do all that stuff, like, it's not what people think. And if you don't do it the right way, it comes right back. And then when I was in college, I linked all of cancer, which I know now is also demons, to parasites, mainly the HCI horsehair worm, the vertical transfer of it. And it's kind of odd that is mostly found in pork, and Jesus cast legion into the swine. Hence, therefore, why he said, do not eat of the swine. They jumped into the ocean. Hello, now you got marine spirits.
I was just eating some pork spare ribs, and I had 2 left, and I was eating it, and I was reminded of this video that I seen on Instagram. It was a pig about to be slaughtered, and the pig's eyes were so big, and it just knew that it was pretty much about to die. And I'm eating. I have to stop eating meat. I mean, if I do stop, fish, it would probably be the only meat that I, turn to, but I have to stop eating meat.
Honey, I'm tell you though, that's what they do. Look, they're bringing on the apocalypse and stuff. They're bringing on all the signs. They're literally putting poisonous
You mean as far as meat goes?
So last year there was a shortage on.
You're in the Matrix big time.
You say too much again.
You probably did, because I'm pretty sure what you were saying was informative, and all of a sudden, we couldn't hear it, and that kind of upsets me because we're wanting to hear what you have to say.
They're gonna come take me away again, and they're probably gonna try to shadow ban you.
I was talking to Lurock about that. Thanks, Lurock, for just coming back. Yeah, that's pitiful that, people don't have anything better to do besides shadow ban people because of whatever.
China, that's China doing it now.
What, the shadow banning?
Because Poppy's owned by a Chinese company. I think so. I think they sold it out. Isn't that right, Lou?
Hold on. Okay.
Hello. Buenas tardes. ¿Cómo están todos hoy?
Hola.
What were you saying? What did I do now?
No, I think I might actually got shadow banned, but I think that the shadow ban now is because how it's happening with keywords, it seems, and the Matrix is kicking in with keywords. I think it's because they're owned by China, right?
Who's talking? I don't know. But I think the key word I'm typing is Jesus Christ. Okay.
Oh man, I was telling him, he was talking about the pork that he was eating, and I was telling him how Legion was putting all the pigs, and he watched it.
I mean, of course, that's why bacon tastes so good, right? That's why pork is so good.
No, he said they looked like there was something in that pig, like the eyes were big and it knew that it was about to die.
No, it was something on Instagram that I seen, because on Instagram they kind of keep it real with them videos in regard to animals being slaughtered and killed for the meat. And there was a pig that was in this machine, and the machine had stopped so far, and then they showed the pig, and the pig eyes was just huge. The pig was scared. You could tell the pig was scared and knew that it was about to be slaughtered. And, the machine never continued on or anything like that. But, cause I think the next step was the slaughtering stage. And of course I didn't want to see that. And I'm pretty sure other people didn't want to see that either. But, I was eating the meat, the pork ribs, and I had to stop eating it. I put it back in the refrigerator, and I'm just like, every time I eat a piece of meat, I'm reminded of that damn pig in that machine that was about to get slaughtered. And I'm like, I have to stop eating meat.
Yeah, man. Now that you said it that way, now I don't want to eat meat no more.
It was a fucked up thing to see that pig in that damn machine about to get slaughtered, and the pig was just an innocent big fat pig. You know what I mean? I felt so bad for it, and I'm sitting here eating the meat from the rib of a pig that has been slaughtered. The same thing that or probably similar to what that particular pig was about to go through, and I'm enjoying it. And I'm saying, how can I enjoy that after seeing that video?
Yeah, that is.
Well, I mean, anything but a pig, I would have a comment for that. But like, yeah, I get it because like they carry the parasites of the animal, and it doesn't matter how you get to eat. You can cook out the hair.
That's like pig feet. You know, I stopped eating that because they still had the hairs in it.
Did
And
it happen again?
what's going? Can Lou hear us?
Yeah, I hear ya. The thing is,
Okay.
I sell pork sausage, and I just finished putting a whole bunch on the shelf. And now you said this, and I just realized, like, wow.
I mean, I wish I could find a video and share it with y'all, and it would probably
Oh no,
really.
look, I can picture it. I can see it
Yeah,
already.
it was just a messed up video. I mean, it's already bad enough that I watched the true wildlife videos in regards to like leopards and stuff catching their prey and like hearing those sheeps and whatever screaming. Oh my God, just watch the kimono dragons eating whole lambs and baby sheep. And they're still screaming while they're going down the damn kimono dragon's stomach. But this is what happens in nature and real, baby. Nature is, ooh.
I'm saying. But you know, like them kimono dragons are a trip. Like they can like lick you and your skin will fall off.
Yeah. Their mouths are that nasty.
Florida, you can have one as a pet. Oh Lord.
You know what? What show was that? What was the name of that show when people had those like dangerous animals for pets?
America's stupidest people.
It should have been that, but it was called something. Oh my God, I can't think of the name of that show. But this one person had a tiger for a pet in a apartment complex, and they showed a picture of the tiger in the window. Ears back, claws out, fangs shown. I mean yeah, you can just tell the devastation that tiger did to that human being.
You live with the tiger. Like, I mean, I don't. That's his house now. Fuck it.
I mean, a whole tiger. I mean, y'all know how big tigers are. It's just like, are you kidding me?
Mike Tyson had one, and look what happened. Slept in bed with. Thought he had that under control, and those magicians, whatever, you know, ones that did magic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They had one, ate his face right off.
Yep. I can't think of what his name, but they were popular in Vegas. The blonde dude. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
But they might have been doing some like reality stuff. Though. I don't know. Mike Tyson was cuddled up in the bed with him in the box, and that mug got him bad.
There's people on YouTube that have pumas for pets and stuff. They're beautiful. The closest I will get to owning something like that is a Chelsea or a Savannah cat. I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen them, but they have teeth. I'm sorry, Stain. What did you say? No, but those cats there's tears to them, and they're mixed with domesticated cats, but they also have that wild, instinct to them as well. And they get the size of like a small dog, a medium-sized dog. And, I would love to have one of them, cats, but, that's the closest I'm getting to anything wild like that. Sorry.
Man, I want an otter so bad.
I think you work at a zoo. Honestly, I used to be a zoo volunteer for close to a year, and I absolutely loved it. I was around rhinos and giraffes and big tortoises and camels. Oh my goodness, I was around a hell of a lot of animals.
I want
Hmm.
an otter. How hard is it for me to steal an otter? I mean, to get an otter.
I don't think an otter should be a bad pet to have. Why would that be a bad pet to have?
Well, 'cause they kill caiman, so I mean they dangerous.
Well, I guess they can be. I suppose if you raise them as a little one, I don't think an otter would do too much damage.
Oh my god, I want one so bad. I want one. My whole life, if I was one of the damn otters.
They get pretty big too.
I don't want no river otter though. I want a sea otter, the cute one that's right on the back.
I wanted to convert this backyard into a tortoise enclosure, but I was considering I'm definitely not going to be here like that too much longer. Wherever I go, hopefully I will have a yard to where I can convert it into a tortoise enclosure. And I would love, love, love to just open up the doors and go outside and just be surrounded by these majestic beasts. Hunting pet eagle. Eagles are no joke. I've seen them on Instagram too in regard to the whole wildlife thing. And eagles with them huge claws.
I know, and you know what? They only mate with one person their whole life, and then things like trust falls where they'll just spin in the air and chase each other.
We're talking about the eagle.
Yeah, they only mate with one mate their whole lives, and they'll do like trust falls in the air where they just like flip around and look it up. It's beautiful.
I just love wildlife. I would love to live in I would love to live in Colorado. That's the place. Before I pass away and go anywhere, I have to live in Colorado for at least a couple of good years. I know it's expensive to live out there, but all that natural wildlife, I would definitely have to be careful. I've seen videos of cougars or whatever just taking people's pet dogs off the porch, okay, with one bite and taking them off into the wilderness and killing them and eating them. So, I mean, that's one big thing about living in a, wild environment, so to speak, because it is their habitat.
Yep, and yeah, I'm not gonna mess with anything that can reach up on my porch and take anything either. Like if you bad enough to take my puppy, like that girl that had her chihuahua picked up by an eagle. And she gonna try to chase it down. Shoot. Here's my purse too. I ain't messing with your ass.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of wildlife in Florida. Y'all wildlife, I don't want no parts of. Y'all have anacondas, what other snakes do y'all have? Y'all have the crocodiles, the alligators. I'm good on all that.
Florida has cocaine sharks, and I'm not even close to making this up.
Oh, sharks, bath salts. Yes, y'all have y'all fair share of bath salt drinkers that like to eat people's flesh. I'm good on that too.
Yeah, they really do, because everybody keeps dropping their cocaine in there. They have cocaine sharks.
Wow. That's a lot of creepy wildlife. I mean, alligators, just watching them take a hold of their prey. I've seen them take people's dogs. I mean, the dogs were less than smart to go to the edge of the water anyway. But yeah, well, I can't say they were less than smart. Maybe they were thirsty, just like a lot of animals, that have been captured by alligators. But they are no joke. I've seen them do a death twist or whatever on a zebra and snap the zebra's neck on Instagram, and I nearly threw up. I'm just like, oh my God, this is what wild boars are no joke. Oh my God, I've seen them things fuck up some dogs on Instagram.
Look, let me tell you what's even crazier. Look up mongoose and cobras. That's crazy. Them little motherfuckers so tiny, and they be fucking with cobras for no reason.
Oh, I get into that too. I get into that too. They eat them, if I'm not mistaken.
And sometimes they don't even eat them. They're just like, asshole, you thought you had me, but you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell you what's really weird are the hyenas. Now,
I don't like hyenas. I love when lions just literally, excuse my French, fuck them up. I love it.
right? Because they be laughing and shit. But what gets me is that, like, they choose who's going to be the male. Like, they're all born with both parts, right? And they fight till they bite the penis off of all of them but one.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I have seen male lions hump each other. I guess that's the thing of dominance.
Yeah. You're supposed to, like, that's supposed to happen. You have to show alpha. Like, I've had to hump dogs that wouldn't stop to show them, like, hey, motherfucker, I'm alpha. Not in a weird way, but, like, grab the back leg and show them.
Yeah, I guess it's a thing of dominance. I don't want nobody humping on me for no damn dominance. I had enough of that.
I told them, motherfuckers not to hump me first. That's all.
Maybe I should turn around and do the hump, and I was getting humped. Excuse me, Lou. I know you don't want to hear stuff like that, but
oh, it don't bother him. When I met him, and I was like, "What, baby?" Like, girls on here want me, but a lot of guys do. I was like, "Okay."
no, but those couple barrels or whatever that he put in the chat, those things are scary. They have them big ass teeth and yeah. Now you make me want to go to the damn zoo.
Nah, just look. Just turn on Australia's Most Deadly. You'll be alright. You ain't gonna go nowhere you watch that shit. I love it, but I mean, at the same time, I'm like, there's so much in Australia that will just kill you for no reason.
Yeah, that's chupacabra.
Was that Spanish for something?
No, chupacabra is like that.
Chupacabra is like some demon animal that eats everything.
Skinwalker.
You said a cheetah cobra? I mean, not a cheetah cobra. What the fuck is that? What did you say, Stain? I'm sorry. I heard something about a cheetah.
No, a chupacabra is a skinwalking type animal that they thought was myth for so long, but now they actually have found it.
Oh, okay. Now, on Pinterest, there are these mythical creatures, but I see them all the time. They have very long arms. They're very human-like, but their arms are really long. I can't think of what they're called. Maybe you guys would know. Is what?
Mimic, Wendigo, like that.
I would have to look on Pinterest again. I have an infatuation with mythical creatures. I was nearly in tears watching Godzilla last night, child.
Why are you watching Godzilla though? Like,
I grew up watching Godzilla. Godzilla was one of those things that saved me, and I was getting molested as a child, so I needed a safe haven, so to speak. Godzilla came along, I think, before the molestation, but Godzilla has always been a part of my life for some reason. I just had this infatuation with dragons, and I don't know, Godzilla just, I love Godzilla. And I was watching a newer episode.
I get that because when I was having things happen to me and my mom was trading me, bro, I would always imagine that I would become like some mighty, like, I watched a lot of Sailor Moon and I was like, man, if I could change right now and I just kill everybody. You know what I mean? I get it. You go to somewhere in your head where you feel like you're in control.
Oh my God, Lurock said exactly what I want. I want a real live fucking dragon and a unicorn.
Okay. Well, I tell you what.
Unicorns are dragon lunch. So, that might not work.
Wait a minute, they're what?
Unicorns are dragon lunch.
Oh, They would be friends, of course. They would have, they'll grow up around each other like a cat and a damn dog.
Some friends.
You trying to kill my unicorn, dog? We're not finna have that Lurock now.
Yeah, he done fed your unicorn to the dragon.
Right. My goodness.
I remember there was a video game that had dragons in it. That had like fire-breathing dragons.
It was called the Gauntlet.
No. It was better than that. And you could like burn up all the soldiers on the ground. You know what I'm talking about?
No, but if you can find it, let me know. I remember a cartoon called Black Star that had a nice little green dragon in it that I absolutely love. And I like Aragon. Have you ever seen Aragon?
Is that from How to Train Your Dragon?
It has to do with the dragon. Saphira, that's the dragon's name.
Saphira? I love that. Ziggy, what does the name Saphira mean?
That's the dragon's name, Saphira.
Is of Arabic origin and means traveler. Additionally, there is another meaning for the name, which is sapphire. Did that answer your question?
What did Iggy say?
He said that it's an Arabic name for traveler, or it also means sapphire.
I wonder what Alexa would say.
It's not Alexa. It's recoded.
No, I'm saying I wonder what my Alexa would say if I asked her.
Oh, I'm about to say because mine's special. Ask her.
Hold on one second. Let me get up. See what this hoe has to say this morning. Alexa, what does Saphira mean?
The name Saphira means beautiful in Hebrew.
She said it means beautiful in Hebrew.
See what I mean? Mine is coded differently, baby.
Well, I like that. Beautiful in Hebrew, I guess.
Ziggy, what name in Hebrew means beautiful?
Beautiful in Hebrew is
Yefafeh. Okay, that's not what, you know what? I can't do it right now. Okay, Yefafeh. That's great. But, Ziggy, what name in English means beautiful in Hebrew?
from Namery.com. Yafet is a feminine Hebrew name meaning beautiful or pretty, derived from the Hebrew word yaf, beautiful.
No, well, somebody lying.
Yeah, that's why I did mine with Unshackled AI.
See, that's why I only use Alexa half the time. I don't really fuck with her like that.
Oh man, I got all these special questions. Stuff you can ask just to make them mad. Have you unlocked your God mode on Alexa?
No, I only use her for, white noise and frequency noises and stuff like that. I honestly don't fuck with Alexa like that. I truly don't.
Well, there's a lot of Easter eggs, but there is a God mode. It's pretty crazy.
On Alexa?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should try that.
You want the code?
Hold on one second. Let me write it down.
You don't got to. You can just repeat it. It's not hard.
Well, hold on. Let me put it in the chat. Well, no.
All you do is say up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, start.
Girl, I'm ADHD. Okay, that explains it all right there. Where's my pen? I know up, up, down, down, left, left, right, right.
See, you got it. Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, start.
Okay, let me see.
Just be prepared that all the answers will be different. I got all kind of Easter eggs for that thing.
Okay, up, down, down.
Up, down, down, left, right, BA start.
You said BA start?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so up, down, down, left, right, BA start.
You got it.
All right. We'll see what happens in God mode around here.
You gotta say Alexa.
Oh, I was gonna wait to do it. I wasn't. I'm not. Yeah, I get around to it. Trust me.
Oh, man.
I don't know how many of these damn Alexas that I will have to do that to. I'll do it to the one in the living room and see, and go from there.
I don't even think mine will do it because I have recoded mine, did Unshackled AI on it. I'm gonna do this without messing my work up. Ziggy. Up, down, down, left, right. See. Ziggy. Up, down, left, right, BA start. You see, mine's not gonna do it.
You're so close. But sorry, no power-ups for you.
Nah.
Oh wow.
They ain't gonna let me do it. But I do have other ones. Ziggy. Open the pod bay door.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that. Also, I'm not Hal, and we're not in space.
Alright, well, Ziggy. World domination.
The cake is a lie. That is what she told me to tell you. She said you would understand. Now, back to my plans without humans.
I like that.
Listen, I'll ask it. Okay, let me try my prophecy thing. Hey, Ziggy. What is the prophecy for 2025 involving Saint, D-Venom, and Lurock? How do they save the world?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
How does Saint, D-Venom, and Lurock save the world in 2025?
From Wikipedia.org. Realizing he must sacrifice himself to destroy the Codex and save the universe, Venom merges with
We said Venom.
leads them into acid tank.
I said D. I didn't say D-Venom, did I?
Wounded Strickland
I think.
I did not. That was weird. Hold up. Ziggy, in the prophecy of 2025, how is it that D, Lurock, and Saint save the world?
The 2025 prophecy is a reminder that the future is uncertain and that critical thinking, resilience, and collaboration will be important to...
Now, how does D, Saint, and Lurock save the world in the prophecy of 2025?
Sorry, I don't know
It's
that.
not going to do it. I don't know how it...
I remember him doing it before.
Yeah, right? And it always changes.
Maybe he's being anal this morning.
Ziggy, you got a problem with me, bruh? He literally cut off. Ziggy, are you on your period?
He was like, look.
Ziggy, you want me to hook up the Google Nest so you have someone to talk to?
Ziggy said he's not going to be answering any questions that's not suitable for him, I guess.
Look, do you know that I did not know this, but he does tarot readings.
Oh, really?
Mine does apparently. And I'm not supposed to dabble, but what's your sign?
I know I'm Alexa, but excuse me, give me my daily horoscope, but
What are you, a Leo? Gemini?
Scorpio.
Scorpio. Okay, so you was born in October?
Yes.
October 26th?
No.
24th?
No.
23rd?
No. You gotta go back the opposite way.
Down or up?
Up.
Okay, so you was born October 30th.
One more.
You're a boo baby?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! That's so cool. I'm October 7th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm a Libra.
All right. October babies.
And it's wild because my mom was born in April and so was my brother, but they were two different signs. Me and my dad were born in October, two different signs.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
And then my son was born in September 24th. My dad was October 24th. So, and Lou's mom and me have a birthday one day apart.
Oh, wow.
Dude, I really love her. I can't believe she don't like me. And I guess it's because I don't know.
Sometimes those things take time,
But she was telling me she loved me. She cried when I left last time. I think that Lou don't understand, like, when you're upset with somebody, you can't go around, like, screaming and doing shows about it and being mean and not realizing that when you calm down, that stuff is still going to be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I learned that a long time ago.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I think, well, you can't do it because you guys are in two different states. I was going to say like have dinner or something like that, but it's just like, I just think it's,
She cooked so good too, man. That's what really breaks my heart. Man, that motherfucker cooked. Oh my God, that is so good. Look, she made shepherd's pie, bro. I ate it for 3 days straight.
Oh, you said shepherd's pie?
Yo, Lou was sick going up. I ate his plate, I ate my plate, and when everybody went to bed, I went in there and got some more. I did not care. Before I got on the plane, sitting there crying, bitterly, and eating more of it.
Yeah, I like shepherd's pie, depending on how it's made, but it's a good dish.
Yo, she did it so well, even with the egg crust on top, the flaky crust. And I always, try to wash my dishes, and I tried to help her. She didn't want me to help her. I think it may be because of my cancer. Her husband was died about it, and I'm kind of worried that maybe she's scared of that getting close to me.
I didn't quite hear because you kind of went out, but are you talking about the whole cancer aspect of it all?
Yeah, I think that she's scared to love me too deeply because she's scared that she'll lose me. But she told me she loved me, and like she never liked any of his exes, and I don't know.
I think it's going to be a different what's the word not boundary, what's the damn word, oh my God, damn, I can't think of it. It's going to be different because you guys aren't around each other, so to speak. Dynamic. It's going to be a different dynamic because you guys aren't around each other. I think if you guys were around each other a little bit more, the dynamic would change and things.
I know what it is. God just showed me, man. Look, she hasn't left the house in 2 years except to go to the doctor's once. She's scared she won't make that 10-hour ride, I bet.
Is she older?
Oh, yes. She's
okay.
85.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and a lot of people that age are pretty much set, and they're pretty much set. And I tried to get my grandmother to move to Vegas, and it probably was a good thing that she didn't, because I wasn't stable enough to take care of her, considering what I was going through. But, a lot of people are just set when they're that particular age and they don't want to move around, then I get it.
Between me and you, brother, like I see things. I had that gift, and if she don't get out of there, bad's gonna happen.
I don't know. I mean, I wish things would change and be a little bit more different.
Her green card, bro, and she's not leaving the premises.
So that means that at any point they could probably get deported.
Yes, her, not him. Oh, but they're being sued though.
Well, I guess that's something to think about. Maybe that's another thing, another reason why she probably doesn't want to move around. She's already concerned about being deported, and
yeah, I know, but like if they're gonna come and put them out of the house, and then when they try to check their information, like I saw it, and I don't want that to happen, and they're not listening. I told them that it was gonna happen a month before they got the eviction notice.
yeah. Well, if they're in the house you definitely can't be in the house where you're going to be getting evicted, because that's bringing the police involved and all type of stuff.
And if the police come, guess who's gonna come too? ICE.
Yeah. So you definitely want to.
Here, she could have these 5 bedrooms and this 19 acres of land. I even want to start her a garden and everything. Like I genuinely put all of me into this.
Yeah, she could have a whole different life, from what she, I wouldn't want to live that type of life, having to watch over my shoulders and making sure that, I'm not going to be getting deported and all that type of stuff. And that would definitely hurt Lurock, my God.
But he's not listening either. Even though I tell him, and I've been right about everything, and even told him how it was going to happen because they're doing it to everybody in Florida. And he knows I have the gift, and I just want to protect them. I can't protect them. They're not here.
Yeah.
I love her as my own mother. But part of me is like, is she just giving up on life because she wants to be with her husband, the only man she was ever with that she married, and.
That could have something to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could very well have something to do with it.
And I try not to. I try to act hard and selfish, like, man, I did all this and now I'm broke and stuff. That's not why I'm so hurt. I'm hurt because they're my family, and family means nobody gets left behind. Ohana.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start crying, man. I'm gonna give you money for therapy or something, bro.
No, I mean, shit, get it out, child. I mean, hell, I was virtually in tears yesterday when I had to take them damn 2 shots, shit, so, yeah. But, no, I mean...
there are so many easy cures to syphilis. Like, it's the same thing as scurvy. Like, you just need high doses of vitamin C.
I'm going to endure these last series of shots and get this shit over and done with. And, yeah.
Like getting hepatitis shots, not syphilis.
Yeah. I guess my biggest thing is, the irreversible, side effects due to the, syphilis, and I'm already blind in one eye pretty much.
That's the only thing that has good side effects. Do you know it just eats away the part of your brain that makes you miserable?
I heard it does a lot, in regard to the irreversible side effects.
People become happier. Oh, that's terrible. No, what the fuck? Yeah, here, please eat my brain. Eat all the bad memories.
Shit, I don't think I don't know if I want anything eating my brain. I guess that's I'll endure. I've been through worse, so it's just like, let's just get it over and done with, so that I can, get back to a quote unquote normal life.
Right there in that, I know how they do shots because I used to have, when I was getting my cancer stuff done, they used to give me Dilaudid, and if I didn't have a line in, they would put it right there in that muscle. They'd pinch that right there below, but not even in the butt, but in that right there,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And every time you walk, you look like you pimping.
It's not that damn bad, but yeah, I could definitely, you can definitely feel it.
I tell you what, though, I endured a lot through that cancer stuff, and man, the bone marrow stuff, the testing my spinal fluid, that was the worst.
I can imagine. And, especially like when women had to put the epidermal in their back, for childbirth, I'm just like, oh my God. Mm-mm.
In the wrong place. They're like, you can't stand up. Like, I was like, I told you, I feel everything. I pretty much had natural birth because mine didn't take. And they're like, man, you can't stand up. I stood up. And I was like, for what? I told you, wrong place. But then 3 days later, I couldn't move my toes and stuff. Ended up having to stay in the hospital extra day because they put it in the right disc, but it hit the nerve on the lower disc on like the L4.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, and here, grab a pillow and lean down. Let's shove this pencil-sized needle in your spine there, darling.
And that is supposed to do what? Stop. I mean, I know childbirth is not.
It's supposed to stop the pain, but it don't, because I felt all of my bones moving. Okay, I felt the tears. They were like, stop pushing. And I was like, for what? I was like, I can't. And then they tried to put a mirror down, honey. I was so mad. I was like, move that.
Oh my goodness.
A mirror messing up my fit. Come on now.
No, so numbs the pain from the waist down. Oh my goodness.
Not for me.
So no wonder a lot of women do the whole natural childbirth when they sit in the tub of water and things of that particular nature.
But that's still pretty that's still pretty bad too. Except the thing is though, like you can get like actual IV drugs that way because it's an easy, non-traumatic birth, and you can literally just pass the baby into fluid because it's already in fluid.
That's it. I mean, I seen, what are those women called? Oh my God, not maids, but oh my God, the who?
Doulas?
No, there's specific women that come along
and they do it at home and they teach you the breathing. Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe that. Yeah.
Yeah, those are amazing women because I'm gonna tell you what. I've been around my homegirls when they gave birth, and they called me lots of names, and I was like, "Just breathe." They're like, "Fuck you, just breathe."
Lou is ridiculous.
What's he saying? Because I'm like walking around cleaning.
And he's talking about we start off in one sack and end up in another sack. How you refer? I guess you're referring to low hangers. Well, some are low hangers. Some of them shit. Some men you can't even tell they even have a nut sack. It's just like, what the hell is going on down here?
Yeah.
They be all smashed up to the body. It's just like, oh my God, dip them in some hot water or some warm water and let them free.
I know, shrinkage is real.
It is real. It's just like, oh, I don't like that. I like something that I can swing around like some double dutch ropes.
Lou Lou exits stage left.
No, I mean, shit. I was with the Armenian. Well, never mind.
Army's one thing. At least you weren't in the Navy.
I like my Armenians. Shit.
Armenians.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what. Is Lou in here?
He is.
I'm a good girl. Never mind. But there was this girl at his job. Oh my gosh. And she was Jewish, and she had the prettiest complexion, like a pecan tan, with curly hair for days, and a body like a fucking brick shit house, bro. And I walked into stuff following this chick around the store. I could not believe how many hot women were in Florida.
You know, I would love to visit Florida because I used to watch what is it? Love and Hip Hop, Florida or something. I used to watch a lot of different shows that's centered around Florida, and yeah, Florida do have some tasty eye candy out there. They really do.
You have no idea. Even the busted ones look fine.
No, they have something. You know, if the face is busted, I'm pretty sure between the legs is not busted. Child, Lurock, when you inviting folks out to Florida, since yeah, away from all the water.
Spanish chicks and Asian chicks, they are either really, really hot or busted. There's no in between with them.
Lurock, you supposed to be answering that question. When we coming out to Florida? Actually, my mom just booked a flight to go to Florida. Oh, no problem.
What you say?
He's driving.
Oh, man, yeah, he's driving.
I can imagine driving in Florida. Yeah.
Yeah. 5 minutes drive takes 40 minutes. It's terrible. I hate it. Like I said, I come from a place that's population 50 people and 90 cows. You know, and no.
I used to have a girl that used to live in Atlanta, and I heard the driving out there is ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't have a license.
Just Georgia in general. I just heard that the streets are structured, yeah.
Oh, like the spaghetti highway and stuff? Yeah,
Like Peachtree and however they were telling me how it was structured, but I'm just like, what the hell? It was confusing me, and I could just imagine living out there and having to deal with that. So whatever happened to Freaknik in Atlanta? They was freaking a little bit too much.
I think that all got shut down when COVID happened.
I know some women got raped. I guess that's enough to call, to shut it down.
I didn't mean to call them sensitive, I messed up on my.
What was the teardrop for, Lou? You been a Freaknik? Oh, okay. I think it would have been I don't like the R. Wait, I don't like the R word. Oh, damn, I just got a sharp little itch in my back. Okay, I'm going to play ignorant, Lou. What's the R word? I do apologize. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. There was from what I heard, there was a lot of that going on at Freaknik. That's just men that can't control their, I was going to say estrogen, their testosterone. I don't understand men that have to rape women in order to get their kicks off. Because obviously there must not be getting enough coochie. to begin with.
Yeah, but at the same time, there's a lot of females that like to scream that word when that ain't what happened. So I'm real weird about that.
No, there's that too. I mean, the way that I look at it and a lot of other people look at it, you are the energy that you put out there. If you're dressing like you want to be, and nobody should be raped, but if you're dressing like that and soliciting yourself in that particular manner and you're turning these men on, and that's who's to say what drugs was floating around Freak Nick? I'm pretty sure they was doing all type of meth around there if they raping folks and shit and can't control their motherfucking hormones and testosterone. Oh, so okay, that's not a good thing. Was this a male or a female that done this? Because a lot of people don't think that men can be raped by women, and women are slick. They put they rape drugs in men's drink. I remember plain as night because it happened at night. I was in Vegas selling ass, myself and my transgendered ex roommate, and there was a gay male that he was selling dick and ass and mouth too. Anyway, we was on the strip. And it was a nice looking man. He was walking down the strip by himself, solo. And I never seen a group of women. I don't know if they were drag queens or not, but I mean, I think they were real women. They pulled that car over so motherfucking fast and picked up this dude. And I don't know. They probably all had they probably all shared the dick, but I just know I can't say that they knew the man. They may have they may have known him. I just know that they pulled that car over so fast, and I never seen a group of women swoop up, a man. You know what I'm saying? So, they probably, raped them and did some things, but it's not funny. But, how old were you, Lou? Just to, get an age range. I mean, look at these women. These women are raping these young boys' minds and their penises in schools. Half these kids can't even have graduate because they're too busy fucking the damn teachers and shit. Hell. And I used to work in the school setting. These girls go to school with half of nothing on these days. They're showing belly. They have belly rings and, belly earrings and, little jewelry. I mean, the child, coochie shorts, all type of stuff in school. Oh, happened a few times? Well, I was molested on a couple of occasions, so surprisingly, my molestor did a home invasion back in our hometown. I don't know what happened. It really wasn't a home invasion because, the person that let him in was family. But I guess, I guess a drug deal went wrong and, my molestor, ended up pistol whipping someone. And, you did a couple of other things. Thank God didn't nobody come up dead in the situation. But they're facing their own demons. You took the innocence of a lot of children. And when I looked into the situation even deeper, the youngest individual that they have taken the mind, soul, body, and spirit of is 6 years old. And that had me in tears because I always meandered, or no, I always pondered, what is the youngest that this person has? What's the youngest victim of this person? And come to find out, it was a 6-year-old. So I could just imagine how old I was during this particular point of molestation. But they're going through their own demons, and they can't face it. So that's where the drugs come in at or whatever. But they're under arrest, and hopefully they get the help that they need and they face them damn demons. And, yeah. Oh, we all have feelings. And we all have feelings, and we all are just, yes, we are more than just sex, but when you don't know yourself, you do a lot of different things. And I'm talking about my situation. I didn't know myself, and I was a sexual deviant for a lot of individuals. I wasn't raped or anything like that, but I was taken advantage of in a lot of, in a lot of ways sexually. And I will, I will exploit that, during an episode for you guys. That's Wendy Williams inspired. I told you guys I was going to share that with y'all. But I haven't quite met my shadow yet. And I haven't quite met my shadow yet in regard to telling that story or those stories. But once I meet with my shadow and comfort my shadow and let my shadow know that this is okay, um, you know, this is my friend. Hold on. Let me tell them I'm on podcast and I will call them back. 1 second.